Hey YouTube, this is the Judgment Bringer. This is a deck profile, well, a deck tech of my Esper Control build for Standard. Really like it. I've been tinkering around with it a lot for the past few months, on and off with it, but I think I've found a decent enough build that it's actually competitive and decently playable. A lot of it doesn't rotate. There are very few things that rotate in this deck, which doesn't take the core out of it, and yet it's still good, it's still playable, it's still pretty damn good. Anyway, so here we go. Start the creature base. As it being, since it's controlled, the creature base is very, very small. So we start off with the win conditions, so we start with one Obsidat. Been playing two recently, one seems alright. And I'm a bit stuck for space at the moment, so one seems fine. Then we played two Aetherling. This card's retarded. It's so stupid. Late game, it's pretty much unkillable. Since you invest so much mana into it, it's going to be pretty good. Well, it has to be pretty good for it to get a double slot in the deck, and it clearly is. And since it's like one of the best finishes for control at the moment, side by side with Obsidat and Thundermaw Hellkite. Then you play two Restoration Angel. This is one of those really, really, really like toolboxy cards. You can it's very synergetic with the Snapcasters, the Obsidat, and the stuff in the sideboard. It is very, very good. I never side these out. This is also a second win condition in case you lose your Aetherlings and Obsidats. Then we have two Snapcaster Mage. This guy is it's Snapcaster. He's been expensive throughout the entire format now, since he was in Standard. He's just general utility really. You can flashback your Supreme Verdicts, Azorius Charms, Syncopates, Strengths of Revelations, anything really that you need to deal with threats, so all gain you advantage. Then we have my little counter package here. We'll play 3 Syncopate. This card is incredibly good against the current format now. It's really good in the mirror, in the control mirror. It's very good against those fast, aggressive decks that always tap out for their dudes and hope to smash you down fast before you can stabilize. And then we have our little Planeswalker package. We play 2 GS Architect of Thought. This guy is sweet. He's that extra advantage when you neither have either of your cantrips or a Sphinx Revelation in hand. He's also one of those very, very good stall cards against the weenie decks. He's also very, 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 very good against aristocrats, just because he makes all their dudes small. Smaller. So they can't just ram into him, kill him, and start draining me. Onto the rest of the spells, we have 4 Azorius Charm, 4 twice. This is the usual draw card package, or usual cantrips. Azorius Charm being one of the best because it has so much. Just because it's so good, you're able to use it for so many different things. I bounced an Obsidat to the top of my deck and then drawn a card to replay it and then kill my opponent from there. It is so good. Then we have 3 Six of Revelation. I only play 3. I don't think you need 4 in a deck like this. 4 just seems a bit greedy. And the fact that I only own 3. So, yeah. Then we play 1 Detention Sphere to get rid of that pesky little Liliana or Garruk or whatever that's just blowing you out. And then we play a rather big individual removal package. We play 3 Tragic Flip and 3 Far and Away. So far, Far and Away has been the MVP of this deck, I think. This is a new addition, I think. It being in Dragon Maze. The split cards are fantastic. All of them are brilliant. Especially this one. Since it's bounds target creature, you can do it to yourself and replay your Obsidats or Snapcaster Mages or Restoration Angels to get value out of your Obsidat or Snapcaster Mage, or your Thing Collectors in board, or Lifebane Zombie in board as well. It's so good. And because Tragic Flip's one of the best removal spells in the game. Then we play 2 Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls just seems to be quite good in this at the moment. It's incredible dealing with like runaway planeswalkers. Well, runaway planeswalkers. I will probably replace these and the Snapcasters with the new Elspeth if she's real, because she seems incredibly good. Yeah, I think that's about it. Then we play 4 Supreme Verdicts. It's a sweeper, really. It's incredibly good. And it's uncounterable, so it's pretty damn good. Land base, we play 4 Horde Fountain, 4 Glacial Fortress, it's just normal. 4 Godless Shrine, 3 Isolate Chapel. I will probably keep this as is, because there's no point playing 4 of these. Then we play 4 Watery Grave and 4 Drum Catacomb. Play an Island in a Swamp. I'm tempted to take this out for a Plains. I'm not too sure. Move on to the sideboard. This is where I've done a lot of tinkering recently. So with the release of M14. So here we go. We play 2 Sin Collector. This guy's awesome. He's so good. Against the Mirror, he's just MVP of this sideboard. Nothing else in this sideboard does as much work as him, because he's just so synergetic with the rest of the deck. Because the Restoration Angels are in there, Far and Aways are there to bounce it and replay it to get more value out of it. It's just so good. I'll probably put the second Obsidian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. I'll probably put another Obsidian, but I don't know if I can get room. We play another Detention Sphere to deal with those pesky Planeswalkers. And against all those tokeny decks out there. Like, there's sometimes very rogue green-white decks that just throw tokens at you, and you're like, oh, go away. And you can't make them go away, because then they end up going, my tokens are indestructible, my tokens are hexproof, etc, and you just sit there and think, oh my god, come on. And then you play Detention Sphere and then just cry. Cry a little bit inside. I would play 2 Negates and 2 Dissipates. This is like a small counterspell package when I'm playing the Control Mirror, when these can come out when the Supreme Verdicts can usually come out for these 4. Yeah, it's just for the Mirror, and sometimes for those quick little weenie decks or something. Especially for Jund as well. I would probably bring these in against Jund, because I did play Cavern, so I played 2 Doomblade. It's just for general removal against a little faster decks. It's a 2-mana kill spell. Why not? Just kill target non-black creature. It's good. Why not? Then we played 2 Lifebane Zombie. This card is fantastic. It's so good against Jund. Since Jund is quite a difficult matchup for this deck, because it plays It plays Rakdos Return. So I'll probably side these and these in replace of maybe the Snapcaster Mages and Jace or something else. Or maybe a Detention Sphere. I'll probably side in another Detention Sphere as well. Lifebane Zombie is just incredibly good. It's just one of those cards that are printed in M14 that could completely change the format after rotation. Because green-white is so powerful after rotation. Depending on from the looks of it right now, and what could happen in Theros, as soon as Nistrad rotates, this guy could be incredible. But I don't know. He could be one of those cards where people think, "Wow, this card's incredibly good," just because you get information from it. You get to take a creature. For example, at the moment, you could take a Thrag Tusk, or anything stupid and green like Colonial Hydra. This card's also really good against Aristocrats as well, because it takes most of their deck. Yeah, he's very good, and he has Intimidate as well, which is damn good. And he's a 3-1, so he's value. And he played 2 Duress for the Mirror and Jund. This card is generally just really nice to have in the sideboard. Just because you get information, you can take a card. You can take a non-creature card, non-creature, non-land card out your opponent's hand. It's just generally very good. And and finally 2 Wretched Bomb. I still haven't tried these out yet. I'm not exactly sure which matchup they will be good in, but I can see them coming good. I think they'll be goodish against Jund, but then again, I think they're just better against Naya, because you crack one of these in like early game, and like you drop one of these and start ticking it up early game, and it just wipes their board. But like the higher stuff is what you have to deal with, like Thunderbolt Hellkites and the Restoration Angels and stuff like that. That's the stuff that bothers you more. I still need to try this, try those out, but yeah. So guys, that's about it really. Let me know what you think. I'm still tinkering with it, but yeah. I'll try. I'm looking to start modding actually. I want to build something like Jund or Punishing Jund. I think Punishing Jund will be quite good, as I have like most of the stuff for it. Like, well, most of the expensive stuff for it, like Goyves, Bobs. I have a few of the fetches that you need for it, because my legacy deck plays black green. Sorry, so I just need to find some other fetches and things. So yeah, tell me what you guys think, and I know this is longer than my usual videos, but yeah, decided to crack out the old Sun Time map. Anyway guys, have a good night, see you later, peace.